Alright, welcome back. Yeah, so a few things happening this morning. One is we're trying to run out the battery capacity on the batteries. The state of charge got messed up at some point, so we're going to completely drain them, then charge them all the way back up to hopefully reset the BMS. And we're about to jump under here and finish bolting down the rest of this condenser, taping up the lines, putting the bumper back on. And then after that, hopefully today we're moving on to finish this vinyl flooring right where the seat's going to go so we can get that bolted down as well. The goal is to get this bus moved. We want to get it turned around and into a better position for the upcoming projects. So, yeah. So, we're about to climb into the bus, sadly, again. I'm so ready to be done with that. Here we go. Have to torque these bolts out. So that way we can be done with this. Alright, so we've been busy at work. The condenser is completely bolted down, and we actually ran the AC for like 4 or 5 hours on full blast this morning. Drained the batteries, and now they're charging back up from 0% again. While we were doing that, we've been focusing on this area. So, you can see here, I painted the rest of that. We took off this section because we decided that it'll look better with a wood console instead. And yeah, so we're gonna get the vinyl out and go get that nasty moldy board that we kept. I'm glad we did that, thank you. I almost threw that shit away the last time we went to the dump. So yeah, we can just oversize the sections that are up in the corners there, kind of like what I did with this piece of wood. And yeah, we'll cut it nice and flush as we can, and then we're going to mount the seat down. Should be very nice.
feel?
It's nice.
Looks good. Looks good. You know what's next? Bumper. Bumper's next. It'll like hold itself up, but we gotta get up into the holes. Don't get my fingers too bad. Okay, gotta pay attention to that corner there. Hang on my fingers. Okay. Good. You lean against this for now. Just make sure you don't fucking drop it on my knees. It's a lot harder to get under here now. Alright, so we've been busy today. Basically just get everything reorganized. We got this bolted down back here, ready to go. And yeah, it's time to start on the cabinets. We don't have a lot of time in today, or we don't have a lot of light left today. But basically I just wanted to practice because we got to do some curve cutting. And if you don't know what curve cutting is, it's basically where you cut slits with your saw blade all along a length up to a certain amount of ply, so that way you can bend the plywood around a radius. So that's what we plan on using at these upper corners as they carry up from our cabinets. Ignore this because I cut it too shallow here and it broke through the veneer, but the rest of it is looking pretty good. So looks like we'll be able to get the radius we need, but I'm about to jump up there and see if it fits. So yeah, I think this is gonna work totally fine. It obviously heard some cracking. It's starting to crack up here at this top portion, because that's always where the maximum amount of pressure is. But if I just kept this going all the way through the bin, probably up to here, we'd probably be totally fine. Hey babe, you want to come see it? So this was 10 inches, by the way. 10-inch curve. I think to do this right, we'd have to do like a 20-inch curve. Let me show you. Okay. Oh, hello, Lizzie. I think the curve would need to start right around there.
Nice.
And then obviously you would have to keep curving in order to get this up into this angle here. and then it starts to straighten out. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that gap.
So, yeah. So,
Nice. Looks great.
So, I'm doing one final electrical test with the new 50 amp cable and the ACs. And we are unsure, you can see I'm wearing goggles, how this new reposition of the bus is going to be. I thought it was going to be better in my mind. We were going to be able to keep a lot of the sawing and the loud noise away from Dan's mom so we don't bother her. It should help keep a lot of the sound away from Dan. He's still working nights, so during the day they could be really aggravating. We can reach, for a 50 amp connection instead of a 120 now, so that's better, and it's only 25 feet away. I don't think we're going to be able to back the van up in this area I wanted to. The dirt is just too loose. It was no big deal with the bus. It just massive tires, but with the van, it'll definitely, there's high chance it'll get stuck. But one thing we're noticing with this wind is now they got all this loose dirt here, it's just kicking it up like a sandstorm, hence the goggles. And it's just brutal. So we'll see over the next few weeks. If it doesn't work out, we'll just have to turn this back around, maybe get a different extension cord for the shore power. But yeah, so next weekend I think we're going to finish up. I say finish up. I'd like to get this entire back section done now that we know that the curve cuts are going to work really well. I don't see any reason why I can't finish both cabinets and the trim piece around the mini split back here. If I can do all that in one weekend, I'd be incredibly happy. And then we can move on to the next project, which is covering up this front mini split. So, me and Paige have talked about it a lot. I think these are going to be the hardest wood projects that we have to do in the entire bus. They're just insanely unique, very detailed. It's very important that we get all the seams perfect, and then the rest of it is just very large items. So but yeah, I'd like to move on from all this, that way we can get carpet down in here, get some gas struts down, we can start getting our walls for the washer dryer / closet, get my desk set up here, and just start moving through the rest of the bus. So yeah, so I'm going to finish getting everything packed up for tonight. We got work the rest of this week, so yeah, so see you in the next one.